Welcome to a bonus episode of Zamboni Wrestling Podcast with me, Mr. Tobi Smash.
And me, the Mark of Zorinar. The focus of this bonus show will be to give you our predictions of the outcomes of the matches that will be occurring this Sunday at the Fastlane PPV. The final piss stop before WrestleMania 35.
Yes, and you can be sure that we will do a full review of the show after it has occurred on Sunday, and also another follow-up of general goings-on in the wrestling world. But for now, some predictions.
Nice and short and sweet. We're just going to run through the card, no going into great depth, just who's involved, what's going on, and what we think the outcomes will be. So, we'll start, of course, with what apparently is the least important match of the night on the pre-show, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. Probably with Selena Vega too.
Yeah, most likely. You know, this match is probably the one that can go either way. I mean, I would have thought Andrade, he's newer, he's probably going to be put over, but you know, maybe they're going to keep something going till Mania. I'm going to put my money on Andrade.
Me too. I think he's the safe bet. He does have all of the momentum, unless they're just going to give Mysterio a win to balance things out, because I'm pretty sure Andrade's beaten him a couple of times already. But yeah, my money's on Andrade too. And my money is also on the banter on the rest of the pre-show being boring as hell.
Yep, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you there.
Now, I don't know what the order of the card is, so yeah, we'll just go with whatever is first on the list. So that's going to be the SmackDown Tag Team Championship rematch between the Usos and Shane McMahon and The Miz.
And we'll talk about this in a bit more detail in another episode, but they don't do championship rematches anymore, so this is quite interesting to see.
Indeed, yes. Going against the grain there. Again, I guess when your last name is McMahon, the rules don't apply.
Indeed.
Well, we're all under the impression that they're building towards Shane versus Miz at WrestleMania. At least that's what I think. We mentioned that in previous episodes. So my money's on the Usos, with one or the other turning on each other between Miz and McMahon. Now, wouldn't it be interesting if McMahon did the heel turn? Right. It seems to me like the Miz is the obvious option, but I think it'd be better if Shane turned on Miz.
I reckon that's where they're going to go, because if you look at some of how the aftermath of them losing the titles have been, it's been a lot of Miz apologising, a lot of Shane being like, just shut up, it's fine. So, you know, my money exactly the same as yours. Usos to win, Shane to turn on Miz.
Cool.
Next on this list is the Heavyweight Championship, which is Daniel Bryan defending against Kevin Owens.
Yes, not Kofi Kingston, but Kevin Owens of all people. And as much as we said it wouldn't make any sense on our last podcast episode, that's what's happening, boys and girls. And back using a stunner as a finisher for some reason. He's wrestling the one guy it must be super easy to do a pop-up powerbomb on, but he's now doing a stunner. Now, it's the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Unless we're going to get the swerve of all swerves, I do not see Daniel Bryan giving up his Captain Planet status and the heavyweight title. I'm expecting a retention. Now, that doesn't mean that I think that Daniel Bryan's going to win the match, but I do think he's going to walk out the champion. So if Rowan gets Bryan disqualified, or somebody else interferes, like a returning Luke Harper, or somebody else, or if the New Day decide to stick their nose in because they're pissed that Kofi got taken out of the match, so I'm personally not going to give a definitive winner prediction, but I do definitely think that Bryan will walk out with the title.
No, I think you're completely right there, actually. I think it will probably end in some form of maybe disqualification or a no contest even. But the New Day have already confirmed they are going to be at Fastlane, so I'm expecting their appearance to be an interruption to this match.
Okay, next on the lists. We're reading this off of Wikipedia if you're wondering why it's in a random order. But yeah, so the next match on the list is the very first title defense for the newly crowned Women's Tag Team Champions, the Boss and Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, versus Nia Jax and Tamina.
I think for a few reasons, Boss of Hug have got this in the bag. I don't see them dropping it on the first defense. It makes them look weak. Plus, it's going to be good for them to go straight into Mania. One defense in the bag. It's got to be Boss and Hug.
Yeah, this isn't NXT where people just lose it in their first defenses all the time. Although Shinsuke lost his in the very first defense, in less than a week. Yep. But, hopefully we're not going to have repeats of that at this pay-per-view. So, again, my money is on Boss and Hug too.
Cool. So, up next on this list is the SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka defending against Mandy Rose. And I think this is going to be another where there's going to be interruptions. Possibly Sonya Deville.
Surely she's going to accompany Rose to the ring anyway.
Yeah, because she has to, surely.
Especially when on SmackDown, Asuka attacked them both. And she didn't just go after Rose, she knocked the crap out of Deville as well. So Deville's got a reason to be there, to get some retribution. Again, I don't see this is the one I'm not 100% certain on. There's 2 title matches. I don't see any of the titles changing, to be honest.
No.
But they might be like, well, we've got to have at least one. There's 5 title matches?
Yeah, it's 5.
5 title matches, and you'd think at least one of them might change, but then again, probably not. I'm not sure on this one. Mandy Rose is suddenly getting pushed to the moon out of nowhere. She's had her Naomi storyline. She's the only one other than Charlotte and Lynch and Asuka to be given any storyline. The rest of them are just flopping around doing any old crap on SmackDown. So maybe, this is the one where I'm thinking I might be flushing my money down the toilet, possibly, but I'm going to go with Asuka. But saying that probably because that's what I would prefer. Wouldn't mind seeing Rose win it later, but yeah, no, Asuka only just got the blooming thing after a year of jobbing to Muppets like Carmella. So yeah, I'm going with Asuka purely because that's a sentimental favourite and that's who I want to win.
No, I agree. I completely want Asuka to win. Okay, then we come to the 6-man tag match of The Shield versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, now, as much as this is The Shield's return match, I'm guessing this is also going to be the weakest match on the card.
I completely agree. This is going to go probably to The Shield just for the returning Roman Reigns.
Unless, the rumour is that it's going to be Corbin Reigns at Mania.
Okay.
So if that is what they're doing, then yeah, Shield are going to win this all day long. The much better idea would be, and I know it's literally rehashing the idea from several months ago, but so is reforming the Shield anyway. Dean Ambrose should turn on them again. He should turn on them again, and Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So that's what I would like to see. Another weird couple of notions that we talked about just now. I think they're shot in the dark occurrences. They're not likely to happen, but could. They've been stitching Ambrose left, right, and centre during this whole I'm leaving thing. Having him being dicked by Nia Jax, or people being smashed with a guitar by Elias, who's not even in Ambrose's storylines or whatever, and jobbing to pretty much everybody he gets in the ring with. He got smashed in the back with a guitar, Monday just gone. I wouldn't be shocked if he got taken out of the match by Elias and replaced by Braun Strowman. Because he's not even on this pay-per-view at the moment. No, and it seems strange to not have Braun Strowman be there. The other option is that the Universal title match at Mania has become a complete afterthought now, this month. And obviously last month, there was no involvement relating to that. So Brock could finally pull his ass out of bed, or whatever it is that he does, his walled-off farm from all of society, and come down to bash the crap out of Rollins, just to remind everybody that they are actually having a match at the Showcase of the Immortals in 3 weeks, or however long it is. But yeah, again, shot in the dark occurrences. They might happen after the Shield win. It's Roman Reigns' return pay-per-view match, and I honestly don't think that they're gonna have him lose. So I'd honestly prefer to see the Corbin crew win. Unpopular opinion, I know, don't care. But yeah, probably it's going to be the Shield.
I love the Shield, but I have to agree, I'd rather see the Corbin crew win. I don't know why. I think I've just, the Shield is done for me. It's thrown together as a feel-good moment, so I just don't really want it. So I'd rather Corbin crew, but it's probably going to be the Shield.
I mean, to be fair, they reformed the Shield, and then Reigns had his leukemia announcement, so whatever their plans were originally got completely blown out of the water by that.
That's true.
Unless the plan was always for Ambrose to turn on them, I mean, who knows? The first Shield reunion, they didn't do anything really. I don't think they're going to do anything now. But yeah, Shield.
Okay, so we've also got the Raw Tag Team Championship match of the Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode in a triple threat tag match.
This, I think, could potentially be the show stealer. On paper, or if this match was going on at a takeover, right, this match would more than likely steal the show. Because every single individual in it is great. They can perform miracles in the ring, absolute wonders. Revival, match of the year with DIY a couple of years back, this, that and the other. It does need to be given time, though. This can't be like a less than 5 minute triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team titles. Especially as you've got Aleister Black and Ricochet, their first main roster pay-per-view appearance. I know Black was in the Rumble, but, I don't really count that. And Ricochet was not. So it's their first main roster pay-per-view appearance. I honestly think this match needs to go for a good quarter of an hour at least. And
minimum.
The Revival needs to win. Based on what's going on with the Dusty Classic, can I honestly see Aleister Black and Ricochet turning up to do the rest of the Dusty Classic with the Raw Tag titles? Why would they do that? I still don't really understand why Chad Gable and Bobby Roode are even a tag team. So yeah, and I'm a big Revival fan, so I'm going to go with the Revival. Top guys out.
Yeah, I think the Revival's the smart move for them. I think you're right with Aleister Black and Ricochet with the whole Dusty Classics thing. I also think maybe it's a bit early, but I mean, Paige won her title on the debut, so maybe.
Well, Ricochet and Black have already had their first tag title shot, and
True.
Gable and Roode stitched them out of it. So that's why we're having this match in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to go with Revival.
Yeah, no, I'm going to agree. Revival for me all the way. Finally, the last match we have.
And this has got to be the main event, right?
I mean, it has to be.
It'd be stupid not to have this as the main event. I know they're going to have them as the main event players at WrestleMania. Everyone keeps saying it's a rumour that it's going to be a triple threat main event at Mania, right? Hasn't even Stephanie flat out said during promos, yeah, this is going to be the main event at Mania?
Yeah,
this Raw Women's title match, regardless of what format it takes, that's the main event. So it's not rumoured anymore, right?
No, it's definitely 100% the main event. The first women's main event of WrestleMania.
And possibly only.
Yes.
Because apparently there'll be no Evolution this year.
That's sad.
Yes,
the best pay-per-view last year.
Yes, it was. I know. Stupid, right? Anyway, we're not going to discuss that right now. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch with the stipulations that if Becky Lynch wins this match, she will be added to the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania between Charlotte Flair and Rowdy Ronda Rousey. But if Becky Lynch loses,
it looks like she gets no more shots at the title for now.
Well, Stephanie just said she's done on Raw, which wasn't very clear as to what that meant. Whether that meant she has no more opportunities to get into this particular title match, or whether she gets fired, wasn't really clear in that promo, and I don't think it was clarified at any point since then, is it?
No, it hasn't. And
we're reading it on Wikipedia right now, and that's not even listed.
No. And the thing is, when Stephanie said, "You're done," even Becky turned and went, "What, really? Like, shit, am I?"
Yeah, and she kind of had a look on her face and what do you mean, done? What does that mean? But yeah, Lynch and Flair weren't given the microphones after that point, so we never got to hear any further about it. And then Rousey went on a rant and kicked the crap out of both of them.
Yep.
Well, I shouldn't kick the crap out of Flair. But yeah, weird. This is a no-brainer. Do we even need to say who we think is going to win this match?
It's got to be Becky Lynch. I mean, they've been teasing that it's going to be a triple threat, and Rousey wants it, and everybody wants Becky Lynch in the main event at Mania. And if for some reason Charlotte wins this match, WWE are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet.
Well, they'll probably end up putting Lynch in anyway. It doesn't make sense. I mean, Vince McMahon says Becky Lynch is suspended. 2 weeks later, Steph says, "Okay, you can come back." Why wouldn't Vince come back out and go, no? Or why wouldn't Vince change his mind about the suspension? Anyway, again, we're not here to nitpick on the booking decisions, but here's the thing: Becky Lynch has got one good leg.
Yeah.
She's still selling that leg injury and coming to the ring with a crutch.
Yeah.
Right? She got attacked by Rousey on Raw. Apparently that didn't affect her ability to brawl with Charlotte on the SmackDown. However, one thing that was noticeable that we were discussing before we started recording this was that Lynch put Flair in the disarmor for quite a bit at the end of SmackDown this week, and Flair didn't really sell it. And even when it was released, she didn't really sell it. No. Now, a lot of people are going to go, because Charlotte sucks and she doesn't sell. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, no, of course she does. If you've been paying attention for the last 4 years, of course she does. Maybe it's more to hint that Becky Lynch is not at 100%, not only with her leg, because obviously Rousey attacked her arm 3 times. Even after Raw finished this week, she got attacked again and got put in the armbar again. So maybe that's suggesting that not even her arms aren't 100% healthy, so she can't lock in this armor properly, or it doesn't have its full effectiveness as a result, because Becky is battered and bruised at the moment. So my prediction, also based on what's been going on in the last few weeks, is that Becky Lynch is going to win because Ronda Rousey will interfere in this match to ensure that Becky is in the title match at WrestleMania. She will screw Charlotte Flair out of this match so that Lynch gets in, so that Rousey can then say, now I can beat the crap out of both of you at WrestleMania. The McMahons and nobody else can do anything about it, and I'm just going to batter them both. And it also gives Charlotte Flair reason to have heat with Rousey for turning their one-on-one confrontation into a triple threat match, which will then make it more difficult for Charlotte to win. Rousey's of the impression she can beat anybody and everybody in a multi-man match. Doesn't matter, one arm tied behind her back, both arms tied behind her back, she'll still put the armbar on somehow. But that's not going to be Flair's attitude, and Lynch will just be happy to be back in the match. So yeah, I think that either Ronda Rousey's going to cause a distraction, or she'll get physically involved while the referee's back is turned or something, cost Charlotte Flair the match, and Becky Lynch will be the winner. And that will be done to send the fans home happy, so that if they're not happy with every other result on the card, they'll go home and go, yay, the man.
Me, you mean?
Yeah.
Although, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. So, by the looks of it, it's going to be the night of interferences. By what we've just said.
Well, we've only said that twice. Oh, no.
3.
Sorry, yes, 3. You are right.
Yeah.
No, in potentially 4. 4 out of 8 matches could have interference. And I'm pretty sure Selena Vega is going to attack Rey Mysterio, so 5.
Yeah.
out of 8 matches could potentially have interference going on. Whether they directly affect the outcome or not, I think it's only going to directly affect the outcomes of the heavyweight title match and the Flair Lynch match, personally. But yeah, that about sums it up for our predictions. We decided to do combined predictions because Toby and I both think exactly the same thing, so there was no point in making you listen to this twice with different voices.
Exactly.
But stay tuned, because soon we will have... Well, next week we will bring to you the review of Fastlane, and we will also have a separate episode, because literally since we released our last one, a lot of stuff has gone down.
The wrestling world has turned its head fucking upside down.
Not just with Becky Lynch and Rousey and Flair, but like Batista's back. Bruce Pritchard is working at WWE again. Oh my, like so much stuff. Tommaso Ciampa's neck is screwed.
Jesus.
So much to talk about. But one last thing. Shout out to King Kong Bundy.
Yeah, 100%. Rest in peace, big man.
Peace out. I have been the Mark of Zorina.
And I am Mr. Toby Smash. You have been listening to a bonus episode of the Zamboni Wrestling Podcast. Thank you very much.
Ciao for now.